Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of Garage Topics. Gonna give you guys an update on the old Squarebody C10. She's looking fine. First off, if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribed and followed me along with this fun journey. If you're an OG to the Garage Topics Club Dirty Nation, a little bit different video format here. Trying to make it as efficient as possible while getting this thing done really quick. So, the last episode I went over how I bought this and what the deal was. I've since moved it in the garage because obviously time is of the essence and a garage is a lot nicer to work on than outside, but man, this garage is a mess. And so I am eager to get this all cleaned up. Before we look in the engine bay, let's take a look in the bed. My Lanta, there's a lot of parts. So there are a lot of parts back here, and a lot of it's stuff I've taken off the truck already, and a lot of it needs to go on. Some of them just needs to go to the trash. I've put a lot of these parts already on the truck, but my Lanta, this is a mess. I need to clean it up. As you can see, the radios here, this came with the truck with the fan set up and everything, so this will stay, but just out for now. That box has a starter in it. That's the Terminator X box. I'll get to that in a little bit. That there is an exhaust fabrication box to plumb the whole 3-foot exhaust out the back. That there's a crossover tube for the turbo boys. A shifter linkage, gauges, intercooler piping, spare intercooler piping, couplers. That box over there came from the previous owner. But man, there's a lot of stuff here. A lot of stuff on the ground. I haven't even opened up this box yet. This box has an exhaust cutout in it. I'll get more about that in a future episode. And then, of course, this fun stuff. Let me show you the gauges that I got. I put them in, but they're not fully installed yet, but I'll at least give you a sneak peek. This interior is already in this condition. It's pretty good condition. So, it had the wood trim here on the passenger side, but the driver's side bezel was destroyed. It's actually down here. It's all just destroyed. So, I actually use that as a guinea pig to put new gauges in. So, I went with Holley EFI gauges in here. They're just kind of mocked up right now. They'll sit a little bit better, and obviously this isn't in yet, but I think they look incredible. It gives me a tachometer, it gives me a speedometer. I've got oil pressure, fuel level. I've got the trans temp and water temp in here. And then with the Terminator X, which is down here, I'll mount that up in the cab. And the little touch screen that comes with it, it's somewhere in here. I'm going to mount in here. So when this is all lit up, I'll make a whole separate video about this. I think it's going to really make this truck look awesome. I found this shift lever. I paid a pretty penny for it, but I think there's a difference between early and late model C10 Squarebodies. This is a non-tilt wheel, which makes it almost impossible to find a lever. It still works, but it doesn't really do what it's supposed to, I don't think. So I'll see if I can make it work for the time being, but I'm probably going to have to, honestly, have to replace this whole column because I'm having a darnest time just finding the lever by itself. Yep, so the wiring, I've almost finished an engine bay. I'm going to finish by mounting this and installing all the plugs so that I know that the mounting for the wires in the engine bay can be final. So let's go take a look at the engine bay. This may not look like a whole lot, but this is where I've spent most of my time the past week. I work on it in the evening times when everyone goes to sleep. And here's my setup. I got the baby monitor to make sure my daughter Quinn is sleeping, and she's doing just fine right now. It's daylight. She's taking a morning nap. So this engine here is what came in it, but I've actually completely stripped this down. I swapped out the cam, and I swapped out the valve springs, and I kept it in the engine compartment. I didn't pull the engine. There's so much room up here that I literally just took the radiator out, which allowed me to pull the cam all the way out. So that took a while. Now I'm a lot better at swapping out valve springs. Man, that was a pain, but I figured it out. The sloppy stage 2 cam and the Pack 12-18 springs is going to be the sloppy don't BS me build basically. Difference is I'm running a drive-by-wire throttle body. I'm going to make a video. If this all works, I think I have the cheapest setup for drive-by-wire that you can possibly get and also be reliable. So that'll be interesting to fool with. What else? We got the exhaust manifolds of the Hooker turbo manifolds. They fit, but I had to raise the engine up and forward, which was rather tough, and still it's a very tight clearance. So on my list today is to take that off and do a little bit of massaging on the mount bit of the engine mount so that will get us some more room. All the wiring is routed. The only thing I'm missing to connection is the fuel line itself, which I've got a quick adapter. Yeah, I've ran all these up here. It's all loomed out. These are little magnetic zip tie holders. Right now they feel great. I'm gonna keep them on there for now, but really I just wanted everything out of the way. And that would be for the oxygen sensor. I'm gonna start the engine with no transmission setup because I want to make sure that this engine is actually good. So I'll run it for just like a minute, make sure there's oil pressure, no leaks, etc. And then when that happens, I'll be ready to actually button everything up, like the radiator, etc. and get the transmission in, which I'm waiting on the torque converter. It will be here Monday, so of this video to be a couple days, but it's ready to go in, and once I do that, I can then measure out the drive shaft. This is the cam that came out of the engine. I don't know what it is. I was told it was a stage 4 cam, but there's no laser etching of that. There's a couple of numbers, but I don't think anything corresponds to that, so I'm gonna do some more research, but yeah, it's just a mess. This Milwaukee cordless soldering iron has been a lifesaver. It heats up within 20 seconds. It's got a light on it. It's super handy so you don't have a cord going around everywhere. It's been fantastic. Yeah, this is all the stuff that came with the truck. So I got plug wires, got some extra loom, etc. I don't know why they got red couplers, that they look so tacky. And I thought these would be cheap, but it's like $100 for that and all the piping, which I already have the piping, so I may have to suck it up. But yeah, this will be a whole lot better once all this is cleaned out and this thing's running. This exhaust crossover pipe was rather tough to find, so I'm glad I found it. But yeah, a lot of stuff to do. I'm just slowly working away at it. When I get everything running and driving, I'll individually break down all the stuff I did. So that was a real quick update, but I do want to make sure that you guys are along for the journey. As of this video filming, I've got 3 weeks until LS Fest, I believe. So it's a pretty tight crunch. I'm gonna hopefully get this running and driving myself, and then my buddy Keith with the Hood Rat Hot Rod's gonna help me out with the turbo system, so look out for content for that. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you got any questions about this build or any other ones, let me know. I'm going to be making more videos about the Tundra and the SS very soon, but right now the C10 is my main priority as far as project go. Thanks a lot for watching. Catch you later. Make sure that your dog doesn't get messed up in wiring, and make sure that it gets proper sound grounds because you don't want to mess that up. Catch you later. Peace out.